Hey guys, it's Venom here with another deck profile. It'll be of my Reptilians. But before I start, I would like to say that my Blackwing deck profile update number 3 will be coming soon. As soon as I get my Blackwings the Elite in the mail, I will be doing it. And I will also be doing a Perfecting the Blackwings episode 2, zVeNoMz and its uses. So be watching out for those two videos in the next couple of weeks. Right now, I'm only doing this kind of as a filler. This is meant to be a fun deck. This is kind of just a filler for the fact that I haven't been updating videos lately. Not updating videos, but uploading videos. So this is kind of just a fun deck. It can be competitive. It just isn't consistent with its hands right now. If you guys want to try and help me get it consistent with its hands, that would be fine with me. Thinking about trying out Pot of God in here, but not sure. This is Reptilianne. It's pure control, based on getting your opponent's attack to 0 and forcing them to attack you or sacrifice their monsters and letting you attack directly for game. Either one of those works fine. It's really good either way. I have 3 proxies in the main deck right now, but 2 Evil Dragon Ananta, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Really good. It's kind of like a JD for this deck. It's a bomb. When it hits the field, your opponent will struggle to beat you after this. When this hits the field, you should win the game by that point. This card is really powerful. It's really great late game, and it's even decent pretty early and mid game too. But it's better late game because you can get it really powerful. 2 Reptilianne Boskies, another kind of semi-bomb in this deck. When you drop him, you contribute your opponent's monsters if you get them down to 0 attack, which you most likely will by this point. But it's a 26 beat stick, really powerful, destroys 1 card on the field at one at a time. I would run 3 because this card is so beast, but the only problem is there can only be one of it face up on the field. So if it wasn't for that effect, I would still run 3 of this. It's that good. People are saying that this deck wouldn't be that great, but it really is, in my opinion. It just needs some consistency worked on. 2 Reptilianne Medusa. It's a really good card. You can target your opponent's monsters and make them 0 attack. It's good for Bosky food. It's also good just to have a 3000 or 2200 beat stick on the field. Really powerful card, really easy to get out, simple. This deck likes simple, really easy to get out cards that cause your opponent's troubles. And that's one of them that will cause your opponent's trouble, because once per turn, target opponent's monster makes it 0 attack. That's pretty hurtful, especially for a 22 beat stick monster. Anyways, 2 Reptilianne Skylas. Until I find another Reptilianne to replace this with, this is good enough for now. I don't really use its effect all too much unless it's like I get a really strong attack monster that I just destroyed with it. It's really just a 4-star monster to synchro summon, and it's also I'm to use with my tuner, and it's an 1800 beat stick, which this deck kind of needs those strong beat sticks. Those are really just 2 beat sticks in the deck. I guess I might take out 2 for 2 Pot of Duality. Not sure. That would make my monster lineup a little bit small, but I don't know. 3 Reptilianne Gardna. This is your search engine for the deck. When it is destroyed, not by battle, it's just destroyed period, so if they smash and ground it, or just do something like that, or Dark Hole, this card, when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get to add 1 Reptilianne card to your deck. The good thing about this card is it doesn't say 1500 or less attack, so you could add things like Bosky and Medusa, which are 2 really powerful cards in this deck. So you can add powerful cards, or you can just add your Naga that you need, so that way you can cause the Naga lockdown, which is amazing. Naga lockdown is what this deck is main goal for. 2 Reptilianne Gorgon, just to stop their defensive stuff, their defensive maneuvers, because they will start setting in defense whenever you've got the Reptilianne Nagas out, Reptilianne Naga lockdown, they'll start setting in defense. This will cause them to have more 0 monsters along with Naga, and it's just a 1400 beat stick, 3 stars, so I could make more synchro options. Right now my extra deck is still kind of in the building. I've only got 2 cards in it right now, so therefore I will have more synchro options later. The tuner of the deck, you run 2 Viper. Reptilianne Viper is a 2-star tuner with 0 attack and 0 defense. When it's normal summon, you can steal your opponent's monster that has 0 attack and then I just synchro with it. What I would normally do is use Naga or Medusa to reduce a 4-star monster they control to 0 attack, take control of it, and then synchro summon into Reptilianne Hydra, which this could be so great sometimes. It all depends on what your opponent's field looks like. The deck is really powerful, and it doesn't have to synchro summon at all to be powerful. 3 Reptilianne Naga. This is going to be your number 1 key card. It's going to be your Naga lockdown, along with Savage Coliseum and Spirit Barrier. This card is a beast. With Savage Coliseum, they're either forced to attack into this and make their monster 0 attack, or they're forced to just destroy their monster at the end of the turn. Now, if they attack into this, they obviously make their card 0 attack, which makes your Voskis and Evil Dragon and Antas and your Medusas and all your monsters that actually have attack really do a lot of damage. And with Serpent Suppression and Spirit Barrier, it makes this card that much better. It's just so crazy good how you can create all these lockdowns with this deck. That's it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. Got 2 Savage Coliseum and 1 Terraforming. I want to replace the Terraforming with another Savage Coliseum once I get it, but until then, Terraforming is working just fine for me. It just depends on personal preference, I guess. This makes more deck thinning. I might keep it with Terraforming because of the deck's consistency, but depending on the meta, if there's a lot of Gravekeepers and stuff like that running around at Regionals, if I ever would decide to run this at Regionals or something, which is a highly good chance, I might actually main the 3rd Savage Coliseum, just for that reason. But, who knows. My favorite are kind of tech cards in the deck. You run 2 Solidarities and 2 Burden of the Mighties. These cards are weak. They have 0 attack, most of them, or your key cards have 0 attack, 0 defense. So you want to be able to keep your opponents from being able to destroy them. And along with Savage Coliseum and forcing them to attack you, you want to weaken them and strengthen your cards at the same time. It's a really powerful combo. Having one of each of these out is better than having 2 of one of them out. It's just better overall. Lightning Vortex, I play this over Dark Hole for this deck. It seems like a better tech choice to me. Dark Hole would get rid of your Naga lockdown if you had your Naga lockdown. Lightning Vortex, you just drop a card that you can easily get back. Or for Evil Dragon and Anta food. I mean, it's just really simple. And you can get it back with Dark Eruption. Dark Eruption is mainly in there just to get your Naga back in case you lose your Naga lockdown. They Dark Hole, they do Heavy Storm, something like that. You got this for later. I mean, it's very helpful. So, and plus you can grab a lot of stuff. You can grab everything but Skyla and the 5, 6, 7, 8 stars in the deck. You can grab everything. It's just that good. Book of Moon. It's just a key card. It's just a staple. It's a staple in all decks. I might replace this with Monster Reborn. Unsure of that yet. Tell me what you guys think. For the traps, you got damage equals Reptile. When you play this first turn and play no monsters, you get an instant Naga or instant whatever you want, really. And whenever they attack into your Naga and you don't have your Spirit Barrier out yet, you can get a lot of stuff easily that way and reduce your opponent's attack to 0. A lot of times I like to play a Savage Coliseum to force them attack and set a Naga first turn, so that way they instantly have a 0 attack monster out on their side of the field, and I can go into a Voski second turn that way. It's just simple plays like that. And damage equals Reptile just helps pull off the combo a lot easier. 2 Spirit Barriers. When you've got your Naga lockdown on, Naga will always be in attack mode except for the very first turn that they attack into it, because it automatically switches it to attack position, itself into attack position at the end of your phase. So you'll want something to protect it. It has 0 attack. You'll be taking a lot of damage that way if you don't have this card out, especially with Savage Coliseum. They'd much rather force their attack through and make you take damage. Yes, it will reduce their monster to 0, but hey, you're going to be taking the damage and they're going to be gaining 300 life points. That's a good bonus for them. So Spirit Barrier, makes it that combo a little more deadly, or quite a bit more deadly actually. 1 Serpent Suppression. Serpent Suppression's more in there just for once I pull off the Naga play. Afterwards, they'll just have a hard time. This keeps their monsters on the field. It clogs their field up a little bit more. Helps me attack them practically directly while keeping their monsters out that have 0 attack, and dealing them a whole lot of damage without taking out their monsters. It's just a really good combo. There's no other explanation for it. 2 Snake Whistle. If they do happen to destroy something, you can immediately get out your Nagas. You can pull out a Gardna in defense. You can pull out whatever you want. Gardna to thin your deck out, obviously. Just so many plays you could do with that. One of my favorite tech cards in the deck is something that most people would never even think about for Reptilians. Alien Brain. It does work with Reptilians because it's a reptile. It's for reptile effect type monsters, not just alien monsters. So basically, let's say you set a monster, say you set a Gardna. They have a Thunder King. Say they somehow boost its attack or make yours lose some with like with the Forbidden Chalice, Forbidden Lance, whichever one gains attack. And then you're like, oh crap, they can beat it. So what you do is you Alien Brain. You take their Thunder King route. It becomes a reptile. Bonus for you because it can be boosted by Solidarity. Bonus for you because you get that negation of a special summon they have. You don't special summon enough for Thunder King to be active in their deck. It's just really good, and Alien Brain is just really good, and it can cause just a dead summon overall for your opponent. Negate attack and 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrows. These when comboed with Savage Coliseum are very deadly. I would run 2-dimensional prisons here in any normal deck instead of these two, but I run these two because of the Savage Coliseum thing. This, you can only run one of it. It negates the attack of a monster that attacks and ends the battle phase immediately, therefore causing the all your opponent's face-up monsters to be destroyed at the end of the turn because of Savage Coliseum. Scrap Iron, whatever monsters attack you negate, it destroys that monster in the end phase if you've got the Savage Coliseum out, so it's just really powerful. These are just to get rid of your opponent's monsters and make it easier on you, because there's a lot of stuff out here that could easily beat this deck, but the problem is that this deck is really anti-meta. It's got an anti-meta feel to it. It doesn't have the anti-meta monsters that most people are used to. So when they get hit by an anti-meta deck that doesn't have Thunder Kings, Doom Caliburs, Fossil Dynas, stuff like that, they're just kind of shocked. They don't know what to do, and when you give them that intimidating stare at the beginning of the game and during the game, they're just like, I'm confused. So let's move on to the extra deck. You got the 2 Reptilianne Hydras. That's all I've got so far. There will probably be Brionic and Gaia Knight and cards, a bunch of 6-star synchros that are really good. Maybe some 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star rank Xyz just thrown in there randomly. It all depends on how I'm going to like the deck eventually. This is all I've got so far. This card can be deadly for your opponent, but most of the time it's kind of sitting there useless until I get my Vipers. So tell me guys what you think about the deck. It's really just for fun. If you're trying to be serious and say, oh, this deck sucks, it's for fun. It can, like I said, it can be competitive. I'm not sure how competitive it looks from just seeing the deck profile and not having any understanding of them, but it really can be semi-competitive. Semi-competitive, really fun. Love to use it. Makes people mad. I've actually made many people scoop on Dueling Network with this deck. A lot of people just hate it. It causes problems for your opponent. And that's it, guys. I will be hoping that you guys are looking forward to the Blackwing videos coming up soon. You got your Blackwing update deck profile number 3, and your Blackwing Perfecting the Blackwings episode 2 coming out in the next week, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Have fun. Peace.